The entire nation is talking about healthcare right now, and for good reason. It is literally the top minds of everybody that I've been talking to. I was able to get back to New Jersey, sit down with people concerned about losing their health care, people who are federal workers concerned about what happens next. We did a town hall where just person after person was telling us about how fearful they are about losing their care to be able to provide for their kids and their grandkids. And it's something I remember one person said, it was just very meaningful how important it was and how meaningful it was for them to see us standing up for their health care, standing up for their priorities, because they certainly don't see this with the Trump administration right now. When he said that he was going to tackle their and lower their costs, but we're seeing anything but that. In fact, their costs are going up. The second thing that really became apparent over the course of the last week is that we see that the Republicans know that they are on the wrong side of the American people, on the wrong side of these issues. And the fact that only one side of Congress is in session right now, and I say that as someone who literally worked over there in the House of Representatives not too long ago. I know them. I know those 10 Republicans that a month ago said that they support extending ACA subsidies. And I know that right now what Speaker Johnson is doing, he's not keeping the House closed, he's silencing his own members. He's preventing negotiations from happening. Not only do I know those 10 members who came out publicly for support of extending the ACA subsidies, but I know many more Republicans that I know personally from my time over there that support extending the ACA subsidies. Speaker Johnson knows that he's on the losing side of this argument, but he's more interested in keeping his job than thinking about the 750,000 furloughed federal workers or the troops that are not getting paid. That's what we're seeing right now before us all. So shame on him for being more interested in protecting his own job than the jobs of so many Americans. The third thing is that, look, this is all backfiring significantly on the Republicans. You know, Trump came out, Russ Vought came out threatening and saying that they're going to stop the funding to the Gateway Tunnel project. I can tell you people in New Jersey, but around this country, are just sick and tired of these mob boss tactics. It's honestly something that really shows just how crass and just how far the Trump administration is going to try to have the fact that they are punishing American families in order to get political retribution and revenge against those of us trying to stand up for Americans' health care. People see that. I was a career civil servant in the federal government. I worked under 2 different shutdowns before. I didn't get paid. I had to show up to work every single day. So when Trump talks about how he's, where the furloughed employees are not guaranteed their pay, I have to just say that is not only illegal and wrong, but it is something that's sending a signal far and wide about just how much he doesn't care about the American people and the families that are really struggling right now. So whether that's what he did on the Gateway Tunnel project, which frankly right now is all people are talking about in New Jersey, between that and health care. And he's certainly going to have an impact in terms of this governor's race, because I can tell you people see firsthand what it is we need in terms of leaders standing up for the people of New Jersey. But I'll just end with this. One of the women that I talked to in New Jersey this past weekend, she was an independent voter, and I asked her, if you had a chance to talk to Donald Trump, what would you tell him? And she said, I would tell him that it's our money. It's the American people's money. It is not Donald Trump's personal bank account. He cannot use it for political revenge. He should be using it to help support the American people for what they're struggling with most. And right now, that's about affordability and about paying their health care costs for their families.
Thank you.